morning students and welcome to our YouTube channel Eng.Med Modern School. So in the previous video we are just going through the chapter number 8, that is soil. Okay students, we are just going through the chapter number 8, that is soil. So in that we have seen about its introduction, soil formation, types of weathering, factors affecting soil formation, soil profile, types of soil, composition of soil, properties of soil, water absorption capacity, moisture in soil, percolation rate. Okay, see here I am just reading the previous videos points. In that, moisture in the soil, if you take a little soil in the bowl and heat it, you will find finite droplets of water condensing near the mouth of the bowl. When soil is heated, water present in it changes to water vapor, which cools and condenses as water droplets on the mouth of the test tube. Water is present in the form of moisture in the soil. Different soils types have different amounts of moisture in them. For example, clay will have more moisture than sand. The more amount of the moisture in a soil determines whether plant can grow in it or not. Percolation rate of water in soil. The rate at which water can pass through soil is known as percolation rate of the soil. The porous soil, the higher is percolation rate. So this we have seen, and there was an activity, and I have given you in homework, let's answer. Okay students, I have given you in homework, let's answer. So in that question A, that is true or false. So in that the first one answer will be sand will have more moisture than the clay, that's false. So first answer will be false. Second, when soil is heated, air bubbles, cools and condenses at the mouth of the test tube, that is true, yes. Third one, the rate of the water at water can pass through soil is known as the percolation rate, yes, that is true. Fourth one, the more porous soil, the lower its percolation rate, yes, that is also false. It's false. And then after it comes match the following, that is question number B. Match the following. In that, first is sandy soil. So I am just directly writing the answer. In the sandy soil, it will be contains large soil particle. Okay, and second one, that is clay soil. In that appears sticky when wet. Third one, loamy soil, high humus content. High humus content. High humus content. Okay, please note down the answer students, and we will move further then after. So then after, here is the fertility of the soil. Soil needs to be fertile. In order to grow a healthy crop, fertile of the soil is the ability of a soil to provide required nutrition and water in the right amounts needed for the growth of plants. We know the fertility is main. So from the fertile soil, what they get nutrition and water. So as they get more nutrition and water, they will grow faster than it. So the first is soil pH. The pH of a soil indicates the acidity or alkalinity of a soil. This affects the ability of the roots to take up minerals from the soil. A pH higher than 7 makes the soil alkaline, while a pH lower than 7 shows acidic soil, none of which are favorable. So means the pH of plant is not more than 7 or not less than 7. If it is, then it is harmful for the soil. And next is plant grow well in somewhat neutral soils. pH of 7. Acidic soil is treated with lime, while alkali soil is treated with peat to neutralize pH. So if the soil is acidic or the basic, then it is neutral, so that plant can grow faster, or else the plant will not grow. Then comes aeration. Soil aeration refers to the amount of the air present in the soil. Plants grow well in the soils that are loosened. Loosened soil helps in improving the porosity of the soil, due to which roots are able to penetrate deeper. Porosity of soil also affects the water absorption capacity of the soil. Ploughing is one of the method of loosening the soil and increase its porosity. So we know ploughing is done. Why? Because the air content will increase in that, so it is needed. Moisture content. Plant absorb water from the soil for their use. Therefore, the moisture content of the soil should be right to support plants. Too little moisture can cause plant to wilt and die, while too much water can cause waterlogging, preventing roots from being able to function properly. Irrigation. The artificial supply of water can be done to increase the moisture content of the soil. So moisture content is also needed to grow the plant very well. Okay. And then after comes nutrients. It is the most, means nutrients are the main thing. Without nutrients, the plant or the trees cannot grow. Plants need certain organic materials such as humus and certain inorganic elements such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and calcium. For growth and development, such substances are called nutrients. These nutrients are present in the soil from where they are absorbed by the roots of plants. Plants grow well in the soil that have all nutrients in sufficient amount. The nutrients content of soil can be increased by adding fertilizers or manures. Okay students, so nutrients, if there is no nutrients in the soil, then external nutrients are added, they are known as fertilizers. Okay students, then comes soil erosion. What is soil erosion? So the loss of topsoil caused by running water and action of wind is called soil erosion. Means the water which is flowing with the water, or due to heavy wind, that will just flow down, so that is soil erosion. See here, I am just reading. Sometimes the fertility topsoil get washed away by wind and water. Depletion of the soil of nutrition left over. Soil contains insufficient nutrition, is unfit for growing plants. The loss of topsoil caused by running water and action of wind is known as soil erosion. Okay students, what is known as soil erosion? We have seen the topsoil just flow with the water or the wind. Okay. The major causes of soil erosion are deforestation. The removal of trees on the large scale is known as deforestation. When trees are removed, the soil is left bare and can easily be carried away by the running water and wind. Means the tree roots just hold the soil, but the tree is not there, then this soil will move on. This causes rapid soil erosion. Overgrazing. When animals start on a piece of land again and again, graze on a piece of sand again and again, the vegetation over that land get removed very quickly. Thus, land is left bare and exposed to wind and water, which causes erosion. Okay. So when any just cattle graze at one place only again and again, then after the nutrients and some of the all the things are there, they will eat, and the soil will remain and it will erode. Flood and heavy rainfall. Flood and heavy rainfall washes away the topsoil very quickly. Okay. Improper farming practice especially on hills, making it easy for wind and water to erode soil. So then comes prevention of soil erosion. Then we have seen the soil erosion, and then after how to prevent this. So for that, if proper measures are taken, soil can be eroded very fast, and it may take a very long time to replenish the lost soil. Means one time the soil erosion occurs, then after by coming it back, the nutritions and all the things will come in back. It takes longer time. Okay, students. Then next is prevention or reduction in the rate of soil erosion is called soil conservation. Following are the some of the measures that helps in the conservation of soil. Afforestation means we have to just grow more and more plants, or the planting of the trees in large number prevent soil from being washed away. Grazing and herbs can also be planted to cover large areas of loose soil. Overgrazing by animals should be avoided. Means the animals which just overgraze at one place only, we should just avoid that, and animals should be moved to a different area for grazing after some time. This gives sample time for the grasses and herbs to grow back. Flood can be controlled to an extent by building dams. Mud walls should be constructed around hilly slopes or fields to prevent water from flowing and taking away the topsoil with it. Means from the flood, it can somewhat just it can be prevented by building dams. And terrace farming is a method in which the slope of the mountains are converted into step-like structure called terrace, on which crop are grown. This reduces the speed with which water flows along the soil slopes, thereby reduction soil erosion. Okay, so these are some of the points by which we can prevent the soil erosion. Okay, students, and then after comes soil pollution. So how the soil is polluted? First of all, see, just like air and water, soil is also a valuable natural resource. It can get polluted in many ways. The main sources of soil pollutions are dumping of chemicals from factories, mines, industries, accumulation and improper dumping of garbage and sewage waste on land, excessive use of pesticides and fertilizers which get collected in soil, accumulation of waste such as plastic and metals which do not decompose easily. So these are the some of the points which just polluted the soil. Okay, just which I have just read that only. And controlling soil pollution. How to control the soil pollution? Garbage should be properly treated before being disposed. Solid waste such as bottles, plastics and metal items should be recycled. Okay, and the another point, that is organic waste from agriculture and household should be composed to make manure, and we should try to use organic fertilizer and pesticides than chemical one. And chemical waste from mines and factories should be compulsory be treated to make it harmless. They should be them disposed from properly. Okay, students, now these are the some of the points we have seen. First of all, how the soil is polluted, and then after prevention of the soil pollution. Okay, here we have just finished this chapter number 8, that is soil. Okay, students, now just here exercise answers. I am giving the answers of the exercise. You just write down quickly, and then after we will start the new chapter. So here in the exercise, question A is MCQ. So for that, plants grow in which of this layer of the soil, topsoil? In the first one, that is A, topsoil. Second one, the type of the soil that gets formed is depend on which of this. Then in that second, that will be C, parent rock. And third one, which of these do not cause weathering of rocks? So in the third one, there is D, that is light. Fourth one, which of this holds maximum water? That is clay soil. Fourth one, that is B. Fifth one, decaying of plants and animals from this, that is humus. Fifth one, C. Sixth one, which of this has a rough and gritty texture? That is sandy soil. That is sixth one, A. Seventh one, which of this refers to soil erosion? Okay, which of this refers to soil erosion? That is 7D, removal of soil by wind and running water. Then after comes the fill in the blanks. That is question number B. That is fill in the blanks. Okay, so the first one is breakdown of rocks over a period of time forms soil. First one will come soil. Second one, if the parent rock is dark brown, then the soil will be in dash color, then it will be in the dark brown color only. Dark brown. Third one, that is properties of the soil depends on the property of dash parent rock. Third one, there will be parent rock. Parent rock. Fourth one, the difference in dash of the soil determines its texture. Particle size. Fourth one, particle size. Okay students, fifth one, clay soil becomes dash, clay soil becomes sticky. Sticky and another and dash heavy when wet. Sixth one, plant grow well in dash soil. Sixth one, plant grow well in dash soil, neutral. Neutral soil. Seventh one, terrace farming is a method to prevent dash soil erosion. We have studied just now only. Soil erosion. And eighth one, prevention of soil erosion is called soil conservation. Eighth one, that is conservation. Soil conservation. And ninth one, deforestation dash soil erosion, increase or decrease, then it will be increase. Increase. 10th one, we should try to use dash pesticides and fertilizer organic. Organic. Okay students, now this we have completed the choose the correct and fill in the blanks of this chapter. Okay students, now moving further, you just write down the answer students. Okay students, have you noted down this? Now we will start the new chapter. You just write down the answers up till I am just writing the chapter name. Chapter number 10, transport. transport of substances in living beings Okay, have you written down the answer, students, or just pause your video or take the screenshot of it? I am just giving you 5 seconds. Up till then you can do that. Okay, now so students, here we are just starting to the chapter number 10, that is transport of substances in living beings. Means how the transportation, we know the transport from one place to another place, we can see the some of the materials or some of the parcels we know in the daily life, it is transported by trucks, trains and the private courier services also. And how, but in the living beings, in our body, how one thing is transported to the other thing. So let us see one by one this. See, transport of the substance. What is first of all transport of the substance? Our body needs a transport system to transport different substance from one part to the another. Some substance that need to be transported are mentioned below. So nutritions are to be transported, oxygen is to be transported, different minerals are to be transported, water is to be transported, waste product is to be transported. Okay. So one by one, let us say nutritions absorbed by the small intestine need to be transported to all body cells where they can be broken down to release energy. So nutrition which are absorbed by the small intestine is to be transported from small intestine to all body, where it can just convert that nutrition to the energy. Okay. Next one is oxygen. Oxygen absorbed by the lungs need to reach different body cells for respiration to occur. Means we just breathe. See here, we just take oxygen and it just goes to the lungs and is to be transported to all the body parts. Okay. Then different minerals need to be transported to different parts of the body for their proper functioning and for carrying out various chemicals reaction with the body. Water that we drink need to be transported to different body parts, and waste water products produced as the result of different chemical reaction within the body need to be removed from the body. So this we have seen which things are to be transported. And then after transport of a substance in animals, how the transport of the substance comes in the animals, means they are also living beings only. So unicellular, we know what are unicellular. The organisms which have only one cell are known as unicellular. And what are multicellular? The organisms which have more than one cell are known as multicellular. So such as amoeba and paramolium do not have a special organ for transport. You have learned that oxygen and carbon dioxide diffuse directly into and out of the cell of unicellular organisms such as amoeba from the surrounding. Similarly, other substances such as food particles, water and minerals are taken up directly by the cell. Waste material also get removed directly from the body. Okay. So how does this occur in the unicellular? They don't have any special part in their body to perform this transportation. So we know about how the amoeba just takes it food and how just it throw away the waste. Okay, we have seen this. So next is in a simple organism such as hydra, transport of substance within the body takes place with the help of water. Body waste from the different parts of the body are removed by the water. So in the hydra, all the things are transported by the water, and these also remove the unwanted things from the body from the water. multicellular organisms. On other hand, have a specialized organ system for the purpose of transport. This organ system is called the circulatory system. Okay students, this is known as the circulatory system. Now moving further, human circulatory system. The circulatory system in human being is made up of three components: the blood vessel and the heart. Okay, blood is a red colored fluid that flows within tubes called blood vessel. Okay, it carries various substances such as nutrition, minerals, salt, respiratory gases, hormones, and even wastes product to and from different parts of the body. Blood is made up of a straw colored fluid called plasma. Within the plasma are suspended three different types of blood. We know that nowadays the plasma is very common. Why? Because the corona patient which have just recovered from the coronavirus, and they are just taking their plasma to cure another patients. Okay students, we have heard in the news channel about the plasma. So red blood cells are cells that contains a red color pigment called hemoglobin. This pigment combines with oxygen forming oxyhemoglobin, thus transporting oxygen within the body. The red color of the blood is attributed to this pigment. So what is red blood cells? They have present the hemoglobin. White blood cells are larger than red blood cells and are sphere. You can see here the figure is given 10.3 and are spherical in structure. They do not contain hemoglobin and are thus white in color. White blood cells protect the body against disease causing microorganisms. And then comes blood platelets are irregularly shaped cells which are colorless. They help to clot the blood at site of injury, thus stopping bleeding. We know that some of the people, when they got some of the hurt, then the blood don't stop from the being released from that skin. So for this blood platelets are used to stop that bleeding. And then comes blood vessels. So blood vessels are the tube like structure that forms a network all over the body. Blood flows within these vessels. There are three kinds of blood vessels in a body: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries are vessels that transport blood from the heart to different parts of the body. They generally carry oxygenated blood. Okay students, see here the figure are given. Then comes veins. Veins are vessels that carry blood from different parts of body to the heart. Means what they do, arteries just carry out the blood from heart to the different parts of the body, and veins carry that all the different parts of body to the heart. Okay, they generally carry deoxygenated blood. There are several other differences between arteries and veins which are listed in the table. See here, these are the difference that you have to learn. Capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels that connect the arteries and veins. They have extremely thin walls which allow diffusion of the substance into and out of the blood. Capillaries are the present around major organ of the blood. So what are capillaries? Are the thinnest blood vessel that contains the arteries and veins. They have extremely thin walls which allows diffusion of the substance into and out of the blood. Okay students, we will take up to here only, and after this we will take in the next video. Okay students, and we will meet in the next video. Okay, bye students. And today you don't have any homework, you just read this chapter up to which we have just seen capillary. Okay students, we will meet in the next video. Bye students.